3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, I'm Robin.
Start over again. Alright, get it out.
Blame it on the eye. Blame it on the eye. Blame it on the eye. Blame it on the hey. Blame it on the eye. Oh.
Okay, we should have left that in there.
Men on pause?
Things we do when we think we're in love. 5,
Okay.
4,
I got to
3, 2. You got a pig?
I was just trying to stay focused.
You gotta be.
No, I was being focused. Damn it.
4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Robin.
I'm Tammy.
And I'm Bridget. Welcome to Life Lessons Unfiltered. Guys, today's episode is going to be phenomenal. We're going to talk about the things you do when you think you're in love. Not in love, think you're in love. Because you know, us girls, we love that lovey-dovey, that cute shit. Oh my God, he whispered in my ear. Mwah. We just cute for some bullshit. You know, the moment we think we're in love, we are what?
All in.
She said what?
Tissue, goddammit. Wet tissue, goddammit. We are useless tissue. Sorry for you guys who are going to listen to this episode and be like, ooh, I didn't figure that shit out. We stupid.
I'm sorry. Oh, Lord.
We be stupid. I don't care how old you are. We a girl because we just wired different. When we think we're in love, baby, you better be for real because you got us all on some other something. So let's just talk about it for a
Well,
second.
I think men can be that way too. When they
Men-
think they're
men-
in love, they get, you know, a little extra. They follow you home and become stalkers.
Is that in love or?
No, that's in love and it's like intense.
I saw you today. Guess what? I saw you today.
No. But here's the deal is, I believe that women are wired different from men. So for you guys, you better start taking notes. Get your pen and your paper, start writing this shit down because we're about to give you some scripts. Because when a woman thinks she's in love, listen, we're about to do some things we never did in our goddamn life. Seriously.
I think men and women behave differently when they're in love.
Absolutely.
You know, we want to, you know, show the love. We want to shower you with love. We want to
all in.
do all in. And men become stalkers, like I said.
But see, men who are in love are in that moment. Women who are in love, we're planning something whole different.
Whole wedding.
So the things that we do when we think we're in love, and the part think is really the subject matter of the deal. Because when we're in love, it's to me, it's like it's a coordinated deal. But when women who think they're in love with a man who just want to, right? We do certain things that is just like so obscene that you look back on your life and be like, what was I thinking, dog? What the hell? And your girlfriends, your mama, your sister be trying to be like, what's she doing? Because we don't know. Because when we think we're in love, we're about to do some other type of thing. So let's just talk about that.
Well, I just heard a story from someone who told me, you know, about this woman, and she's pretty much our age.
Okay.
But you know, she sold her house.
Oh, Jesus.
And she done moved in with the guy.
Where she moved
done bought him a car.
With her money house?
With the house
House
with
money?
Yeah.
God damn
You
it.
know, because she thinks she's in love.
Think.
But he is on a whole different level because now, you know, he telling her, you know, you need to get your own apartment, you know. So
He all telling his
I'm
friends.
used to having my space now that I have this car.
And she be like, okay, I'll buy you an apartment.
No, he telling her to go get her apartment. She can't live here.
And how she bought?
And no. It was his. She sold her house.
Sold her
to move in with him.
Damn,
She
okay.
bought him a car
Okay.
with the house money.
Got it.
And now he's telling her, you need to find your apartment because I
You need
like
space.
the fact that you and I had space. the relationship was better.
That's why the word is called think. Because a man who's in love with you don't need no more space. Decipher what I just said. Google that shit. I just
Don't
believe,
need no
I
space.
believe my own self, damn it. A man who's in love is not gonna be like, I need my space. No.
I agree.
There's definitely a balance of give a man his space, give a woman her space. We're two different beings and we come into one being. But if a man is telling you go find another place or space, you think you're in love, you're not in love, or he's not in love with you, or something like that. And the things that women do, because I think women are most not at fault, but I think we fall for this faster. Because
I think we see the red flags and we choose to ignore them
Oh, damn.
because a man that is planning on spending their life with you don't need space.
But yeah, and we're
Okay.
nurturers.
Okay.
But the part about your story, the fact that she sold her house with her settlement money, she purchased a what?
A car.
For him
to drive,
to drive.
who around?
You know, and it
Well,
probably
meanwhile,
was cash.
she's walking around with a woolly ass wig. Did I say that?
No, you
A
just.
woolly ass
It's
wig.
not a true story.
But-
This is a true story. With a woolly wig, and and he's riding around in the car, and she's catching the bus to work.
What?
Yeah. So, again, sometimes women see and feel these red flags, but they choosing to ignore it.
Oh my God.
And I don't know if, they say, oh, but the sex is great. Sex ain't that goddamn great when you feeling like a fool. You know what I mean? So it's about self-worth at the end of the day, to recognize you're not getting what you put out. So you got to make a change somewhere. You got to find out what your worth is. What are
But
you?
tell me.
Right, I'm stuck.
Okay, but see, here's what. What if that woman doesn't have value for herself?
And
She's not really thinking about that he's playing me or what is my word. She's not really having a conversation with herself. She's
Right.
just so happy that someone wants to be in her face that
right.
she would accept anything. I'm about to say other things. Anything to have that guy, and she was about to do anything to have that person. Because I did watch some of those catfish episodes where women who are even in retirement age would probably, they keep sending, and in my mind I'm
Just
going,
to that.
how do you send in 50,000? And then another 20 and another 30
Just for the promise.
for the promise, and some of the women never even met the man. So it's really something deeper that we are talking about right now. So women, you don't have to feel fooled or catfish to actually go through certain things that you do for when you think you're in love. You might actually probably spend your money, jump on a plane, go here, go there, go left, pay his mortgage. You paying his back payment on his last bill just because you think you're in love and he's going to be around. So what is that about? That's not the man's fault.
But, no, it's not. But like I said, I'm going to repeat.
Okay.
Sometimes we see the red flags. We know they are red flags. They are
How do you know it's a red flag?
When it doesn't feel good. When you know the love you are giving is not being reciprocated. That is a red flag.
Or-
You know that this is not the relationship I should be in, or that I'm going to go 50-50 here.
Or your gut tells you something. Your
Right,
stomach
you got a
starts to
third
feel.
eye. That's what they
That's
tell you.
discernment.
That's your instincts. You know when it's not right. When you call him and he can never answer you. When you call, he call you 10 minutes later. That's because he's somewhere he ain't supposed to be. I mean, those are instincts that you need to try. You really need to. What I'm trying to say. You
Like
know?
you need to be alert to them. But if, here's the
Alerted
deal.
to.
Here's the deal. I think that what you're saying is absolutely correct. But if what I want is more powerful than what is happening, I'm going to go towards this.
But Bridge, sometimes what we want is not what's good for you.
Yeah, but who's trying to figure that out when I'm on drugs?
And you should
And I feel good
You should.
when I'm
No,
high.
we're not talking about a drug
Yeah.
addict.
But
We're talking about a sane woman who has a good job, who's out here,
Tommy.
you know, dating. I'm just saying, she's a regular woman.
Tommy.
You have to value yourself more than you value somebody else on any level.
That's an awareness thinking woman. That's an awareness thinking woman. Because when I mention drug, it doesn't have to be an actual chemical drug. It could be the drug of feeling excited by the fact that a woman is paying attention to you.
But at the end of the day, I don't love nobody more than I love myself.
Well, you got that one.
But that whole thing about her selling her home.
You just can't get over that. I know.
Using her
That's
settlement money to purchase a car.
and buying this dude a car.
And
for
you
a
homeless,
man.
technically.
And now he driving around.
But you didn't even use the proceeds to buy yourself a car, not even a hoopty.
And-
But for this, I want to say something else, but for this man, you brought him a car, and now he has no regards for you whatsoever, but you're holding on.
I think that most
Because,
women, yeah.
I mean, listen, for him, it's like, you know.
I got this.
I got
got this.
right.
I got
But
this.
for her, it's like, you know, you in a
He like
lose
He like me.
situation. Because he don't value you, he don't really love you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you playing the fool right now.
But I think
And you have to recognize when you're playing the fool, that's being, like you say, self-awareness. Like, this doesn't feel good to me, to my
But-
soul.
the but.
You know,
But,
right.
but
No, there's
but-
no but.
He was
because
here
you
last
gotta
night,
take yourself first.
but he kissed me in the neck. But
He can kiss my
no,
ass.
He said
No, that's
those three words. I love you.
I love you.
And for some reason,
While
we
stroking.
fall
God
for the
damn it.
words
Right,
and not the
that's a
action.
jailbird talk when you stroking and saying I love you. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know you not.
But we fall.
You ain't got a lot,
but-
Craig.
But you know
But
we
some-
have all been there
but some
and
people-
played fool for
Right.
somebody.
Some females fall for the words, those three words, I love you, and not the action. Not the long term, not the
You can
action
lie to me,
of it.
But then you have to ask yourself,
How much am I gonna do?
what do I need to heal within myself? If those three words mean so much to you to hear that you're gonna go outside of yourself, degrade yourself just for love, what is it about those three words? What childhood trauma you need to heal? Because that's an issue. Because you should love yourself first, no matter what somebody else tell you. You know what I mean?
That's easier said than done.
Sure, sure. Because you know, even on the flip script, I did watch an episode where a guy who felt like he was in love with this, I think it was a Filipino woman, it was one of those episodes. And he went over there, he thought he found great love. And she was saying, oh, you gotta meet my family. And he spent a whole lot of dollars on throwing the party and the
right
mom and
things.
such like that. So the part where you think you're in love, that person is really not aware. And that love is a drug. It's more overpowering than nothing that we could logically talk about.
But now I'm talking to two intelligent women here.
True.
Okay? And y'all not gonna tell me that if someone was treating you that way,
I mean,
that your
honest.
instincts would not
I
kick
mean,
in.
but see, here's what you just said we were
I mean,
intelligent.
you would play the fool for some little time maybe, but you're not gonna let it carry on to your bank account.
So what's the opposite? What's the opposite of an intelligent woman? An unintelligent woman. There's a plenty
we
of
on
them.
camera.
Listen,
Like,
No, I would say
there
yes.
are very much you unaware, unintelligent women out there. You are unaware of that.
I would say that the opposite of an intelligent woman is a less aware woman of herself and her feelings and what she needs. She is not in tune with herself. She's not, but that's what you need to
That's
get
why
in
she
tune
sold her
with.
house and bought a
You
car.
need to, you know.
what does love look like to her?
Right.
What's love got to do?
I mean, you need to pray a little bit. You need to talk to God, figure out what your soul purpose is in this life. Because we all come in this world with a soul purpose. It's not his soul purpose, not to make him happy. That's not your soul purpose. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, and this is what we're here for, to try to give people other options.
A woman
Uh,
who stayed at night all night long thinking about that man.
Okay.
Laying that hot body,
But
that
it's
98
control.
degrees
It's
of
control.
warm membrane and cellular membrane.
No, I mean it's about control at the end of the day.
So,
Brittany.
because
I can play it
not
for a
every
little while,
woman-
but I'm not going. How long do you want me to play
But
it
you
for?
see, well, it's not you. We're talking to the woman out there.
Okay, don't play it for a long time, sister. Just figure out what you really want in life and the kind of man you're looking for, and just don't accept less.
How about just seeing the truth and telling the truth to yourself is what I'm
Yes,
saying.
that's a good point.
Seeing the truth and telling the truth, because we could see the truth and lie to ourselves because we want
What we
the
want.
thing more than we want what we're looking at.
Correct.
And so for the ones that are unaware out there, those women or men that are out there, some would put up with it and they are aware and they're okay with it. But for the ones who will do the thing because they think they're in love, are you in love? And what does really being in love mean? Because a person who in love, he will respect you, adore you, he'll make you a queen. But if he's just using you and you're going to sell a house and buy
He
a car,
gonna sell a house, buy a car, and guess
He
what? He
gonna buy
gonna
a
go
car.
find somebody else to marry.
and
that's
do
what's gonna
over your
happen.
car.
But the thing is, what does love look like to that individual?
That individual.
What has been their examples of love?
That's a
what,
great
you know,
point.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
great point.
Because
'Cause maybe
she
their mama
thinks
was doing
she
that.
thinks that buying something for somebody shows love.
True.
And it could be, but then it's like, what does love looks like in terms of reciprocation
For you,
for
right?
her? Yes.
That's true.
So
I mean, because she may have grown up with her mama taking care of her daddy, and all the responsibilities in the house, and she
So-
think that's what love is. She's supposed to take the reins and provide and be that person. But
So love is
it's
subjective.
that. But at the end of the day, it's all about what makes you happy. What's making your soul happy? Can you go to sleep at night and not wonder
not question
what he's
yourself.
doing and
Wonder,
right and
question
question yourself?
Right.
I mean, if you happy in that, be totally happy in that. Being used.
and then I think probably
Just saying.
probably too, when she purchased the car for him, she wasn't thinking that he would abandon her.
But you
turn-
wasn't thinking that he would convince you to sell your house either. You
Oh,
wasn't,
I didn't know that
yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, because if you a couple, you would have told her like that probably ain't a good idea. If you
If you
didn't
care
want
about
her, if you didn't want her to move with you, if you knew that was your mindset, but he was okay with her selling because he wanted the truck.
Mhm.
But now that she don't sold the house, you can't come live here.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I wouldn't be able to sleep with.
I've been and stole my own car, take it back to the God damn.
Exactly, girl.
Wake up,
Exactly.
woman.
Yeah.
Think you in love? Damn, love ain't got nothing to do with this part when you've been disrespected.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
But here's another thing.
Okay.
Depending on what your life was like
Before.
growing up.
And what you
Do you
experienced.
know if you're being used? Can you
Oh,
tell? Can you
true,
tell
True.
if you're being used?
Goddamn.
Or is this the love you are used to?
Ooh.
You know?
Mm-mm-mm. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know.
We're gonna have a whole therapist next time.
But
on this
I can
program.
tell you it's not.
I know.
It's
See,
not. We all play a fool, as my mother used to say, we all play a fool for somebody sometime.
Fool in love.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I
Ain't
think
that a
that
song? Everybody plays a fool.
sometimes.
Sometimes. But
Yes.
you better, don't make sometimes be all the goddamn time.
Right.
There we go.
You're right. That's supposed to be the experience.
Yeah.
That you
ooh,
get
I
and do
played.
better. Right?
I played.
Yes. And you move on and do better. You
Yeah.
can't keep repeating the cycle, because guess what? God gonna keep giving you the lesson until you learn it.
Period.
Okay? And if you don't learn the lesson, you're gonna stay in that cycle of craziness. So
Let me
figure
clarify
it
this
out.
up. That's why it's called life lessons. And unfiltered really means you're going to be raw about it. Because sometimes we get the lesson and we try to filter it with our own perspective. Like, well, he didn't really hit me. He was just
He just smacked me with an open fist.
He was just making excuses, damn it. This is unfiltered. This is a program where we talk the truth. And we all live in this life, and if we could just come together and really talk about it, we'll be smarter, wiser, and
And learn
encounter.
from other
And we're gonna
people's
encounter
mistakes.
a better journey in our beautiful t-shirts. A better journey on this beautiful thing we call life and the lessons we're gonna learn anyway. So I'm just happy to have that conversation because I believe that there are a lot of women that do things, because I probably have done a few dumb things. I'm not even sure. I gotta go back in my
Oh, I'm sure I've done
Yeah,
some dumb
thinking
things.
we were in
you know?
love or thinking we loved that person.
And
Right. Thinking
we're
you
so
love
smart and
someone.
wise, we woke up really.
But not knowing that, you know, he's
Yeah.
breadcrumbing you and not giving you what you've given him.
Yeah, and that's
You
the
know,
lesson.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And it's a lesson, like I said.
Definitely. That's why we, formatted this platform called LLU, Life Lessons Unfiltered, LLU. Because in this life, we're going to learn a few lessons and we need to talk about it. And especially as women, if we have gotten to a certain few experiences out of the way and we can laugh it off, it's good to share for those who are coming up thinking that, like, damn, what's he doing? And
He
girl,
playing you.
Please like
Girl, I
and
watched
subscribe
the
to LLU
program.
Life Lessons Unfiltered.
they talked about this part. I ain't gonna sell my house. So it's really good to just talk about it. So, we just gonna really.
I mean, at the end of the day, life has some crazy lessons for you to learn.
Absolutely.
But if you stick to the thought that you need to value who you are and stay true to yourself and know what you deserve and what you bring to the table. And I don't mean that you have to be rich. I don't mean that you have to, have this fancy job. Because trust me, you can bring other things to the table that is just as valuable. But you have to know yourself, and then you won't accept less.
Oh, you have to know your value.
Correct.
Because it took me a long time to figure out that I'm the asset that people are trying to access.
Oh, I love it. Okay, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
How many?
Call us.
Call Tyrone.
Call Bridget.
God damn it. It took me 50 years to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you're figuring out, oh my God, you do this and you stumble and you fall over, I'm a wise, intelligent woman. And it took me a long time to realize I'm an absolute asset.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to give everyone access to me. Because I was somehow a people pleaser, where it's like I want to make everybody happy. You good? You okay?
And
you
and there
alright?
are
You
people
want me
that
to do
that.
what?
Yes. And that's so true. And I think that's how we behave
Yeah.
when we are
Think you're
younger,
love.
because
I'ma
you
do
want
everything.
You think this is how it's
I'll
done.
make you happy.
Especially if you've seen your mama and behave this way, seen
Absolutely.
grandma behave this way, But, you have to think at the end of the day, am I valuing myself? And that's the important
That's
thing,
why this
right?
conversation is so
Yeah, so
important.
if-
Because women out there don't realize that it is important to value yourself and not
Because you
sell
know
your
your
house and buy
words.
your car.
If it's uncomfortable and you second guess yourself,
It's
in
probably
it,
not the right
it's
decision,
probably
right?
not the right decision.
Hey, yo, just holler at us. We're gonna come. We're gonna back you up. And like, what he said?
Holla.
What he said? Damn. So yeah, thank you for joining us again on another episode of Life Lessons, unfiltered, unscripted. What's your shirt say? Raw. Okay, straight to the point. Conversations on life and the lessons that we have learned. Right? How about it?
Okay,
Yeah.
so thanks for joining us. We'll see you again. Happy, oh shit.
Have a
See
good
ya.
night.
Okay, have a good night.